Brian, you've explained how we've got to this point. Could you say what happens next, please?
Yes. Well, as I said in the last video, in June of this year, the two councils separately voted to accept the report and to commend it to the members. They then asked Hugh and me to go around the country. We have actually now been to 22 departments to explain what is in the report and to get feedback from the members about what they felt about the proposals, whether there were any overriding objections to what had been proposed to stop any further process.
If the next step is a ballot, could you explain a little bit about the ballot process?
Yes. The first thing of all, as far as members are concerned, is that this will be a postal ballot. It is absolutely essential that we get the greatest number of people expressing their views, whether they're positive or negative, so that when we look at the total votes, we have a clear mandate either to continue or not to. The worst possible outcome of this would be a very small vote which didn't really give a clear indication of what we should do. So there will be a postal vote, as I said, which will first of all go to the council to decide whether we feel not just whether there's a majority, but whether there is a moral case for continuing on the basis of a substantial vote. If that happens, then we have two separate processes for each of the societies, which is the formal processes recommended by their charters. This will require, in the case of the London Math Society, 2 meetings of the society, and in the case of the IMA, just 1. But in both cases it would have to be a simple majority. But that, again, will be supported by postal votes, what are called proxy votes, which will be added on to the votes of the members who actually turn up. The arrangements will be quite complex, I'm afraid, but when we send out the voting slips, everything will be explained in great detail. We have, of course, taken legal advice about how we must proceed, and we will be following exactly what we have been told we should do.
I believe that the ballot papers are likely to go out in January with a closing date of March. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. But of course, even after that, the process of creating a new society, if it's approved, as I suppose the councils do hope, because they have put a lot of effort into it, and they are making a positive recommendation, it will take, well, we have said previously 1 to 2 years. I think that's a bit optimistic. I think really it's going to be more like 2 or 3 years. We have to put together charter, statutes, regulations of the new society. We have to decide on the staffing, which obviously at the moment there are things which are duplicated, and we will have a number of things which will not be dealt with, which will have to be decided by the new society after it comes into existence. There's a lot of work to be done before we can get to the point of actually starting a new society. So not only will we have finished our terms of office, but in fact our successors will have finished their terms of office.
Absolutely. The crucial point that you want to express is that we need a high turnout from the membership in the vote that's coming up in January.
Absolutely.
Thank you.